Hi everyone, last month I was able to show you the Redmi Note 9S, and this month I'm also spoiled by Xiaomi Global because I just received the Redmi Note 9 Pro. So let's check it out. So the launch event took place last Thursday, and a couple hours after that I received the phone in my mailbox, so it is really good to be a Mi influencer. Before we start, the 9 Pro and the 9S are very similar about characteristics and design. I will make a video about the two phones to see what's really different from one and another, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss it. Let's start with what appears first. The 6.67 dot display LCD screen is large and will be perfect for video and gaming. It is also Full HD+, and it has a screen-to-body ratio of 91%. Here no fingerprint sensor under the screen, but rather under the power button. I find it very practical because when we take the phone in hand, our thumb comes directly to the sensor. This allows the phone to arrive with a screen protector already installed and not interfere with fingerprint reading. To enhance the protection, the phone has a Corning Gorilla Glass 5 screen on the front and the back. And to protect your eyes, it has TUV Rainland Low Blue Light certification. As you can see, the brightness works very well, and I did not detect screen bleeding as some people were wondering on the Note 9S. In terms of speaker, here is an example. It is said that they are 30% louder than the previous version and then they have 80% more bass.
Have you ever had one of those weekends that feels like it was just a dream? A weekend that feels almost hard to believe. A weekend so grand, it feels like forever. Leaving yourself with only beautiful moments.
Now move on to the other side of the phone and its photo module. On the back we have an interstellar grey color here. The reflections are pretty nice. It's difficult to show them completely on video. On the other hand, this shiny aspect catches the fingerprints a lot, so you may want to add a protective case to it. We also quickly noticed the photo module with its 4 sensors that come out of the phone. Let's see this in details. The main sensor is a 64 megapixel sensor. It uses 4-in-1 pixel blending technology to improve the image quality. Here in the middle of the day, the weather was overcast, but it already gives you some idea. And when the brightness starts to drop. The second sensor is an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle. It allows you to capture the whole landscape. Thirdly, a 5 megapixel macro sensor. It has a focusing distance between 2 and 10 centimeters, which allows you to capture even the smallest details. And finally, the 2 megapixel depth sensor, allowing you to take portrait with a beautiful bokeh effect. On the front, the 16 megapixel selfie sensor, allowing you to make a beautiful portrait of yourself. You also have some different photo modes, such as night mode, pro mode, etc. Here without the night mode, and here with the night mode. For the video part, the Redmi Note 9 Pro allows you to film up to 4K 30 fps. The selfie camera even allows you to make slow motion. Also note the new kaleidoscope mode to stimulate your creativity. I will make you a dedicated video when I have an idea how to use it to do something nice, because it is not something that I usually use. And here is an example filmed in 4K 30 fps. I will make a video fully filmed with it when the weather is better, so that you can see what it looks like in better condition. Here is an example with the selfie cam and the built-in microphone. Here is another example with the main camera and the built-in microphone. For the battery part, you can count on that 5020 mAh, which is inside promising a useful life of about 2 days. For recharging, you can use the fast charge of 30 watt. The charger of 33 watt will be included in the box. This allows you to recover half the load in just 30 minutes. The model that I have has 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, expandable with microSD. For the processor, it is the Snapdragon 720G, which equips the phone. Here is its AnTuTu score. Here we see its ranking, which places it strangely above the Mi 10 Pro and under the Redmi Note 8 Pro. The J being for gaming, I was able to test the phone on Call of Duty Mobile, and by setting the settings to max, I did not encounter any problem with heating or slowing down. I also tested Fortnite for the first time. I didn't really understand what I should do in the game, but I was able to set the graphics settings to medium and it worked fine. As a bonus, it has NFC, the phone is splash resistant, it has a jack port, an infrared port, and it is dual SIM. A notification LED above the screen is present, which is practical. So I've been using the phone for a few days now. It looks like a lot like the 9S, but I won't get too much into the comparison. I'll do another video about it. So basically the 9 Pro is a good phone. It has a good photo and video capabilities, a large battery, a large screen, which is a good point for me. It also has NFC and the fast charge. So this is great. I'm really looking forward to use it more. I will keep the phone so I will be able to give you more answers if you have questions. Feel free to let them in the comment and I see you in the next video.